Hello guys and welcome back to the F1 Tube YouTube channel, and in today's video I will be evaluating my expectations for Alex Albon for this upcoming 2020 Formula 1 season. Now when I talk about expectations, I'm not acting like a patronising school teacher, and I'm not going to act like a team principal because I'm not a team principal. I'm an F1 fan in his teenage years, so it may sound a little arrogant to some of you that I'm making this video, but from a Formula 1 fan's point of view, this is how I think Alex Albon needs to go about his 2020 F1 season at Red Bull. I must say, the last year or so has definitely been a whirlwind for Alex Albon. He was set to go to Formula E, but then he was called up by Red Bull to drive for Toro Rosso for the 2019 season, and halfway through the 2019 season, in his rookie season in the sport, he was called up to the senior team. When you take into consideration that Formula 1 is a fickle environment, and the fact that so many things change pretty much simultaneously in the sport, and the fact that Albon had to almost adapt to so many different environments during the course of 2019, you have to give him praise, because it can at times be too much. Now, for this upcoming season, what does Alex need to do to endure a satisfactory 2020? Well, firstly, he needs a clean pre-season, and what I mean by that is him not crashing on multiple occasions, which leaves him, not confident enough with the Red Bull chassis. If you remember, in pre-season testing last year, Pierre Gasly crashed twice during the 2-week period, and that definitely knocked his confidence driving the 2019 Red Bull car, and you could see that in the first half of the season. Secondly, and this relates to the first point, Alex needs to reduce the amount of crashes he sustains, full stop. I will let him off somewhat considering last year was his rookie year and he was definitely exploring the limits with the two cars that he was driving. However, especially in Vietnam and Zandvoort, which F1 goes to this year, Albon needs the data as well as his team to build up confidence over the weekends to achieve very, very good results. Results that leave Christian Horner, Helmut Marko and the Red Bull team happy that they have their driver on board at the senior team. Another thing that Alex will have to improve on in 2020 is his qualifying speed. Now firstly, yes I know, his teammate is Max Verstappen, and I definitely do not expect Alex to be consistently challenging Max. However, I do think he needs to be at least within 3 or 4 tenths of his Dutch teammate. Yes, I do know that the Red Bull car is heavily based around Max's driving style and has a very narrow working range. But I would personally say Alex's driving style isn't too dissimilar to Max's. It's not literally resembling his driving style, but there are definitely similarities. Albon also has to work on his starts this season. They were not dreadful last year. However, if he wants to be challenging for podiums and standing on podiums this year, starts are going to be a very crucial element in doing so. One thing that impressed me about Albon's 2019 was his supreme racecraft. Alex loves to brake late for manoeuvres. He likes to go for daring overtakes, and genuinely he is one of the most impressive and enjoyable racers to watch on the current grid when he's racing in the heat of battle. Quite simply, in my opinion, his overtake on Sebastian Vettel at Interlagos last year was the overtake of the season. It was similar to Verstappen's overtake on Hamilton, which people were full of praise for. However, Albon's overtake on Seb was criminally unrecognised. It was basically the same as Verstappen's overtake on Lewis. However, Albon had half of his car on the grass but still kept his foot in. That exemplifies his killer instinct when it comes to wheel-to-wheel racing. Now, of course, it's easy for me to say that Alex can show his racecraft more because he's in a Red Bull, which has the premium of downforce. However, I do think he did have some very, very solid racecraft at Toro Rosso. He was not afraid to go side by side with anyone whether it's round the outside or down the inside, he just loved an overtake and just relished the wheel-to-wheel combat. This year, Alexander Albon is going to have to build upon what he learnt in 2019 driving for Toro Rosso and Red Bull, gaining more experience and race by race getting closer to the front of the field, and hopefully we can see him at least on the podium this year. An occurrence that was so desperately taken away from him in Brazil. But guys, that is it for today's video. Please like this video, comment down below what you thought of this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already to the F1 Tube YouTube channel for more content like this. But until next time guys, see you later.